Hello everyone, Shauna here, your Beachbody coach. Today we're going to be talking about the Body Beast meal plan. I know it can be a little confusing when you open up that book, but I'm going to try and help to navigate you through it a little bit. I do want to tell you this meal plan is super important if you're following the Body Beast workout program. This is actually my second round of doing Body Beast. The first time around, I didn't follow the meal plan. I looked at it and I thought that was way too many calories for me. I was used to eating about 1,200 calories a day, so going up to 2,000 freaked me out. I said, ain't no way I'm doing that, and I kept on eating my 1,200 calories a day. Now, it was clean eating. I follow a gluten and dairy-free diet, so it was clean eating, but it was only 1,200 calories. I did the full 3 months. And don't get me wrong, I saw some results. I got stronger, but I did not lean out. I did not get the results that I expected. So now the second time around, I decided I'm going to go all in. I'm going to trust the process that Sagi has put out there for us. And I'm about halfway through the lean phase, and my results that I have seen this time compared to last time are night and day. I'm very happy that I'm following the book. So, the first thing that you have to do is actually open up the book and read it. It's very important. There's a lot of good information in there. On page 26 is where you're going to start out. That's where you're going to calculate how many calories that you're going to take in. The first two phases, it's very important that you follow the build and bulk phases of this. You're going to be eating a lot of food. You're going to be eating a lot of carbs. I know some people aren't used to that if they're usually on like a lower calorie diet and trying to watch what they eat. That's the first thing we eliminate is the carbs. We cut out the breads. We cut out the starches. And you're really going to increase that. And it was fun. I liked it. I got used to it. I was eating 5 starches a day. That was incredible for me. I was not used to that part, but it wasn't so bad. So it tells you exactly, once you calculate how many calories that you are going to take in. On page 30, you just figure out what calorie you're going to follow. I was following the 2,000 calorie plan, which gave me 5 starches, 2 legumes, 4 vegetables, 5 fruits, 9 proteins, and 4 fats. And that's what I got every single day. And in order to break it down to make it a little bit easier to follow, I made like a little cheat sheet spreadsheet. Let me see if I can get this close enough that you guys can see it here. So what I did is I just typed up a piece of paper. I put my starches, my legumes, my vegetables, my fruits, my proteins, my fats all along the top, and I just wrote in how many I could have a day. And then on the side here, I just wrote down all of my meals, what I was going to be eating for each meal. And I just figured out how many proteins was in that. For example, for breakfast, I make up a little egg frittata ahead of time in my meal prep for the week. So it's egg whites with like chopped up vegetables and a little bit of turkey sausage crumbles. I bake it in a mini loaf pan in the oven and make about 8 of them, so it's great for the week. So that right there will give me 3 proteins. I get 2, the egg frittata itself is 2 proteins. 1.5 from the eggs and a little bit, half of 1 from the sausage. And then I usually take like a piece of Canadian bacon and eat it along with that. So that's 3 proteins for my breakfast. And I just write that down, 3 proteins. So that way I can add them all up. I can tell you that you do need to plan ahead. You need to think about it the day before. This is not a spur of the moment, kind of a thing. You're not going to get enough food otherwise if you do that. And you'll still struggle to get in enough food. It can be hard sometimes. I do recommend that you kind of plan your 3 big meals out first, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and add up and see where you're at for the day. And then you can substitute what you're missing in your snacks. And the snacks sometimes don't look like snacks. Sometimes they look like full meals. A lot of times my snack is 2 ounces of lunch meat, a cup of raw vegetables like carrots and cucumber, and a 1/4 cup of hummus. And that's a snack. But, you make it all work. You fit it in where you can. It's hugely, hugely, hugely important that you follow the book. This book is here for a reason. You need to follow it. You'll need to get yourself a little scale and weigh out your foods, mainly your proteins. That way I've come to know now a piece of lunch meat is about 1 ounce, which is 1 protein in the book. But that's just from over time measuring it out. Same thing with my hummus. A 1/4 cup of hummus is about 2 spoonfuls. But again, that's just from time of getting to know it. You'll get to know that over and over again. And every once in a while I do, remeasure just to make sure I'm not getting a little crazy, heavy-handed with things. But it's really important that you measure out your foods to make sure that you're getting the appropriate amounts of proteins and starches and carbs. What else do I want to tell you? The book includes some recipes which are very good. If you haven't tried any of them, highly, highly recommend it. We eat the beef chili several times. Usually, once a week. I make it ahead of time. That's on page 60 and 61. I make it ahead of time on Sunday, meal prep it. You can get 4 servings out of it, so usually we'll have it one night. It's just me and my husband. We'll have it one night for dinner, and then I've got 2 more that I can have for lunches. And they've got it all spread out for you. Right on the bottom, it tells you that it is 3 vegetables, 5 proteins, and 1 legume. It doesn't get much simpler than that. He's already done the work for you and figured it out. You can do that with your own recipes too. Figure out how much protein. You just have to measure it out, figure out what you're considering a serving size, measure it out, and figure out how many proteins, how much vegetables it is. I do lots of meal prep ahead of time to make this easier for myself. I cook my egg frittatas up, cut up my vegetables. I have the hummus ready to go, and lunch meat. Lunch meat is a staple in my refrigerator. It's so easy to grab a couple pieces of lunch meat, throw them in a Ziploc baggie, for a snack. And I plan it all ahead, make sure that everything's ready before I even go to bed the night before. So all I have to do is get up and throw it in my little lunchbox cooler, and that way I'm not having to mess around and trying to deal with it in the morning. If you have any questions, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. You can always email me, Shauna Bartling, ShaunaBartlingCoach@gmail.com. Facebook is Shauna Bartling's Fitness Wife Gluten-Free Life, and on Instagram, which is fitnesswife _ gluten-free life. I hope this helps. I know it can be a little confusing. Again, the main thing is read the book. It's going to help you, and you need to follow the meal plan. It's key to your success in this program. Like I said, I'm about a quarter, almost halfway through the lean phase, and I've lost probably about 7 pounds total, and loving, loving, loving the results. And a lot of that, I was surprised when I went up to increase from 2,000 calories to from 1,200 at the beginning. I thought I was going to put on a lot of weight, and I didn't. I lost about 3 pounds, which shocked me, eating that much carbs. And then I've steadily lost in the lean phase, and I'm definitely seeing a shedding of the fat in like the abdominal area and the hips, which is the main areas that I wanted, so I'm super happy about that. Again, if you have any questions, shoot me an email or find me on Facebook. I would love to help you. Take care. Have a great day.